Today, folks, we're diving down into the only single stock position I'm currently holding in my entire portfolio as it stands today, and some of the news surrounding it, because obviously heading into this recessionary environment, to protect myself, I've been cost averaging into broad-based index funds, ETFs, along with some dividend ETFs, but that has not stopped me from doing research on smaller cap growth plays where I could put a small amount of money into and see much better exponential growth in comparison to some of these broader based index funds. Now, this company, newsflash, I have been buying it. It's literally the only company I've really been buying into the end of 2022, and I'm looking to continue to buy it into 2023. This is not financial advice. This is just one man's opinion, my own personal opinion, and what I currently think about this company called Aduro Clean Technologies. This stock trades under the ticker symbol ACT. It's currently trading for around 91 cents, a $47 million market cap, and is outperforming the S&P 500 this year, up 16%. I'm going to leave the link to me breaking down this company, doing like an entire company profile in the description below, because I just want to highlight some of the news, but I can tell you exactly what this company does through this very interesting tweet. Dealing with the plastic waste problem is and will be of every leader's key priorities. Basically, Aduro Clean Technologies offers a solution instead of a topical bans that require a change of consumer behavior. As we all know, Justin Trudeau here in Canada, many other countries as well, are looking to put bans on plastic waste because obviously they're showing up in the oceans. They're everywhere right now. Aduro is literally one of the very few companies that's claiming they can turn that plastic waste into fuels through a hydrochemolytic kind of conversion. It's very complicated, technical. It's probably a little bit above my personal pay grade, but I'm going to do my best to break this down for you guys because I think it really incentivizes people for the first time ever to not just throw plastics out, because even if you put it in a recycling bin, almost 90% of that ends up in landfills anyways, right? Now, Aduro did announce the completion of their mechanical assembly of its R2 plastic reactor. So I've talked about this in prior videos. You guys can go check the videos out of them actually showing this reactor, and that was pretty much part of their 2022 milestone plan with the initiation of customer trials, along with commission their first pilot unit. Now, I don't even think that's huge news, but I think even more pivotal news was the fact they got the attention of Shell's Game Changer program. So they partnered with Shell to basically start expanding a lot of this business. They have a clear runway. We'll talk about some of the financials in a second. 2023, I think, is going to be one of these pivotal moments where basically if they can just prove that this technology works, which I believe it does, then basically 2024 is just going to be a ramp up period with a clear runway because this technology is just so revolutionary, right? Taking a look from the financial point of view, Aduro announced the receipt of proceeds of approximately 1.1 million from the exercise of their warrants. The company has tons of cash at this point, and again, having Shell partnered with them pretty much gives them a clear runway for if they do need probably extensional help or extended cash, they're going to be able to get it pretty much no problem, right? Because the company is basically also outside of plastics, which the plastic is obviously the main focus. It's the main hype surrounding the company, but also has a pilot stage of upgrading heavy crude into lighter crude, which is one of the reasons I think they're getting so much attention from Shell. But they're also able to upgrade renewable oils to renewable diesels. But again, all of this is going to be fuel related. And taking a look at the plastics, we'll talk about the broader valuation metrics. They're claiming that just one of these 25-ton train reactors could have the capability of generating gross margins of about 3.2 million. That's just from the owned and operated. From the licensing side, another 3.3 million or so, right? So the real valuation of this company, if we're talking about the company trading at maybe 10x gross margin, that this one reactor could really justify the $40 million market cap that it currently has. And then as we scale into 3 reactors, I mean, we're talking about 10 to 20 million generated, which is just kind of staggering in considering when you look at some of the competitors. There's like Pure Cycle that does have some similar technology, but basically they don't even own their IP on it. But the company's down 31.36% year to date with a $239 million market cap, and their Cielo as well, which basically hasn't even proved out their technology, which is trading down 71.43% with a current market cap of around $46 million. And yet Aduro is actually getting a lot of attention, and the stock's doing very well. And I just don't think people understand what a niche industry this really is. Now, one of the primary reasons that I'm focused on companies like this is because of the government attention when it comes to carbon tax credits, following those ESG climate change rules. The governments just pay a lot of attention. And obviously that even brings in huge company attention like Shell, obviously, right? But taking a look how recyclers can take advantage of tax incentives, I just don't think people can really appreciate that the tax incentive allows business to claim back up to 41.5% of expenses incurred on R&D. This is in combination of federal and provincial incentives incentives, and it varies obviously by province, but there's a multitude of levels of tax credits and just ways of potentially saving the company millions of dollars while they get this technology off the ground. And we're seeing this obviously with companies like Tesla that was so able to take advantage of carbon tax credits on selling their vehicles, and that incentivized people to buy those vehicles because they also get, you know, those tax advantages on it. So there's just a multitude of levels. Now, for these reasons is why I've been buying Aduro Clean Technologies. From a valuation standpoint, again, this is just my personal opinion, they're not generating revenue in this current moment. I would not be buying them if it wasn't for the Shell deal. However, this company is going to be ramping up pretty dramatically through 2025. So obviously just kind of sitting on my hands for 2 or 3 years if this company not only proves the technology, continues to obviously, you know, execute on this plan. I cannot foresee why this isn't easily a $3.5 billion company at the beginning stages, right? So it could obviously offer some about maybe 10x value from here. Again, that's just speculating on the current environment and what I'm seeing, but time will truly tell, which is why I want to pass the question off to you. I'd love to know what you guys think about this company in that comment section below.